Reem, how old are you?
Hi, I'm 40.
40 years old. You came to me a year and a half ago, complaints about neck pain, radiating to your left arm.
My left arm, my left shoulder.
As a consequence of that, you took an x-ray and you had an MRI done. What else have you done since then?
CT scan, and I've had 2 epidurals, which didn't give me any kind of relief.
Physical therapy?
Physical therapy, home exercise program. I've had trigger point injections.
Traction? Have you
Traction.
tried that?
I've had over-door traction unit. It actually made it worse.
Okay. Trigger point injections helped a little bit.
Yeah, just the day of the.
Only the day of, yeah. So we repeated your MRI to make sure there's nothing else that had become problematic, and it shows that you really have 3. Unfortunately, you have 3 degenerative discs in your neck, and probably most likely at the lowest level in your spine at C6-7, the radiologist points out that you have a disc osteophyte or some degenerative narrowing that's pinching the nerve on the left side. Why is it the left side? Well, on this MRI, by convention, MRIs are backwards, and you can see that she has pretty significant degenerative disc disease above that. And at the while I think predominantly your complaints are coming from the C6-7 level, I feel uncomfortable leaving this amount of degenerative disease at the level above. And I think that you're a young person and that there's newer technology and you do have some narrowing at this level. All of these suggest that you should take advantage of treating the degenerative disc that may likely become symptomatic in the future. And that you should definitely treat the nerve pain that's causing the primary problem, but I'm recommending that you ignore C4-5.
Okay.
The rationale for ignoring it is that the FDA currently allows us to put in 2 artificial discs, and while in the past I have put in 3 artificial discs, I think that that's potentially more risk in doing it. By doing 3 artificial discs at the same time. And let's say that you're dissatisfied or the disc above becomes more symptomatic in the future. I think it's not a big deal going back in and having another artificial disc performed. Yeah. And so that's what I would do. That's what I do to a family member. And why are you doing this? You're doing this because you have nerve pain?
My main concern is the burn in my shoulder, and then the pain, in down my arm, and the numbness in my arms.
And we have identified the fact that you do have weakness in your push-up muscle.
Yeah, a lot of weakness in my left arm, and it's hard for me to work out. Even when I go running, it's hard for me to do anything.
Okay. And so it's preventing some activity to live. I've noticed over the last several months that you've become more and more restricted in your voluntary movement.
Yeah. Instead
of turning your head around, you'll turn your chair around.
Yeah.
Or something.
I can look this way, perfect. This way I can't look. I have to turn my entire body.
So not only does it affect your ability to communicate with people, probably affects your driving as well.
Oh yes, if I have to look, it's so hard for me to drive, and sometimes I have like a bad spasm if I have to look really quick to the left, and it's terrible. For example, I took Lyrica last night. I don't like taking medication, and I overslept this morning.
Yeah, it zonked you out. Yeah, it's not uncommon. And obviously it's not going to change the fact that the nerve is pinched, that you have weakness in your arm, and so I think it's time to do something about it. And I think that the right treatment for it is total disc replacement. So what is an artificial disc? So here's a model of one of the artificial discs on the market. It's unfortunately I don't have one of the one that I'm recommending that you have done, which is this is a Pro disc, and Mobi-C is very similar, but it allows the spine to continue to move. You're going to have incision on the right side of your neck, and I'm trying to do it within the small lines that you have.
Okay.
And expose the 2 levels that we plan on doing, confirm it with a special x-ray in the operating room, and then put a pin in your bone at each level, above and below the disc, separate the bones apart, remove the disc in its entirety, and make sure that the nerves are free at both levels. And once we do that, put in this artificial disc. We use special x-ray again to do that, to make sure it's in the right plane, both looking at you from the side and from the front to back. And I anticipate doing the first disc, including making your incision, putting you in the right place, and to do this and getting the right x-ray will take less than an hour. And the next level will probably take half that time. So hopefully it'll be an hour and a half to do the whole procedure. And we'll wake up and hopefully go home that day. So we know how long the procedure is going to take. The operation is done between your spine and your swallowing tube. Your swallowing tube can be restricted because of this, because there's always swelling associated with an operation. So I ask everybody to be on a mechanically soft diet for a week. Applesauce, oatmeal, soup. I ask everybody to try and keep their head of bed elevated at night, because when you lie down, the swelling may accumulate at that level. And as you suggested, I ask everybody to do little neck exercises to mobilize their esophagus before and after the operation, and helps this process, helps the healing. There's no collar required, and I just for 6 weeks, I don't want you to do any strenuous activity, and then hopefully we can release you to do everything after that. You'll have your skin will be closed with super glue, and you'll have a piece of cotton placed on top of that and held in place with plastic, and you can go home and shower with that on. And while this is going to be done on a Friday, expect you to be back at work on early Monday morning.
I'll be here. I'll be here early Monday morning.
I think that Tom Ackerson has already agreed to assist. Not that we really need that either, but I think it's another extra pair of hands is always helpful, and an extra pair of eyes.
I'm ready.
So, and then we've decided an anesthesiologist, and they've agreed. So, anything else? Any other?
No, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Morning.
Morning.
We're here.
We're here.
We made it. What are you doing here?
Having a 2-level disc replacement.
Why?
I have numbness and my weakness in my left arm.
We talked about a soft diet after.
Soft diet.
Yeah. Applesauce, oatmeal,
Yes.
soup.
I have chicken broth.
Okay. Talked about trying to keep your head of bed up after surgery.
Yeah. Luckily, I have a bed that elevates, so I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the two main early post-op complaints people have, typically hoarseness and difficulty swallowing. So
I've been doing the exercises that you showed me.
good.
So
Okay.
I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does this look okay?
See on the back side.
Beautiful.
Reem is an employee here, and we've been trying to manage her problem for about a year. She finally is to the point where she has worsening pain, numbness, and weakness in her left arm, and this is her MRI. It shows that there's some degenerative changes. There's bones in the spine. They're separated by a disc. The disc tends to be the primary concern. This is an image looking at her side, this is her mouth, the base of her brain, and her spinal cord. Fortunately, those are all free. This is an image looking at her spine from the top down, and by convention, it's backwards. Right is left and left is right. As you can see, the red line here demonstrates that up above the area of interest, that the spinal cord is nice and free, and the hole for the nerve that exited each level is wide open. As we come down to the level where she's having her problem, the primary issue here is between C6 and C7. The right side nerve root exit hole is a little bit narrowed, but it's adequate here. The spinal cord is fine. She has a disc bone spur complex that is severely narrowing that C7 nerve root. And this is causing the predominant symptom she's having. She also has a fairly degenerative disc at the level above that we think is worthwhile removing and replacing with an artificial disc. And this is because there's narrowing of the spinal canal, and there's narrowing of that left side foramen as well. So we're going to make a small incision in the front of her neck and find the appropriate disc. We're going to put a pin into the bone above and below and remove the disc in its entirety at both levels, and we're going to replace it with a spacer that allows her to continue to move. We're hoping this will take less than 2 hours and she'll be able to go home today. Deep breath. All right. There you go. You're back. You had surgery when?
The 3rd of March.
What's today?
What is it?
16? You had 2-level total disc replacement, right? What's the difference between that and a fusion?
Well, fusion would be the 3 levels on the screws and the plate. Okay.
So you have 3 degenerative discs, right? Yeah, you made reference to we neglected one of the problems that you have. You have lost your disc height between C3 and C4. But you can also see that you have these 2 metal plates and a plastic spacer in at 2 discs in your spine. This affords you actually the ability to continue to move your neck with less stiffness and to relieve the nerve pain that was going down your arm.
It's the burning in my shoulder and the pain is completely gone when I woke up.
Okay. So you had surgery one floor above, and your surgery took a little bit longer than I wanted to because it was a little bit challenging. You have a little bit of scoliosis in your neck. Mm-hmm. And so it probably took us a half an hour longer than I expected, but you woke up and you felt pretty good and you went home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the second post-operative day was a little bit harder than the first. You had more neck pain.
Sunday was really bad.
Yeah, so you had surgery on Friday, and you had some pain between your shoulder blades, which is a very, very common complaint.
Soreness. It was soreness.
Yeah, but then you came back to work on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, and on Friday you drove to
San Diego.
San Diego to go to a conference or to a meeting in San Diego. So. Why do we take videos of people, and why? What's useful about this information? Number one is that there's some newer technology, mm-hmm. and even though you had some degenerative changes in your neck, you're young enough, your bone quality was good enough, and we were able to use that new technology.
Yeah.
We were successful in taking the pinching off the nerve, which was your primary complaint.
That was my main concern.
In fact. We waited a little while, even though you had a weakness in your arm. We waited a little while to do that. You went to a pain management doctor.
I should have done this sooner.
You had a couple injections in your neck, and you tried to see if the body would just accommodate to it. But it wasn't terrible. So, and it's not your dominant arm, so it was reasonable to wait. And now that you're a couple weeks out, I think that all of your pain is settling down, and you're back at your regular routine of work. And we'll probably send you to physical therapy, even though I don't know you necessarily need it, in a week or so. So let's ask you these questions. The most common issues after surgery are some difficulty with your voice. Your voice sounds fine now. Do you feel like you're a horse after?
No, I had like a little soreness.
Yeah, so sore throat.
Sore throat. And a little acid reflux, I felt like.
Yeah, that's right. You told me about that.
But
how about swallowing? Do you feel like you had any difficulty swallowing?
It wasn't difficulty. It was just it just felt like just from moving, everything around in there. I think it just had to
Yeah.
It wasn't difficult. There was just something there.
I always ask everybody to stay on a mechanically soft diet for a week afterwards. Sometimes, most people don't need it. But anyway, your x-rays show that there's really no swelling, that your overall alignment is good, that the discs are in a good place. I'm pleased overall with your x-rays, and I think that in a month you can go back and do whatever exercise you want, and probably you could start doing that now, but it's just safe to have that integrate.
I can start working out right now.
Well, I would say we think it takes about 6 weeks for the disc to bond onto the bone, so it's not going to move, and for us to be safe. This would be a little bit longer if you had a fusion done. So I think it's reasonable to keep you quiet for the next couple of weeks.
Well, I want to comment. I was really concerned about the scar, and I think my scar is going to heal nicely. It's not as I think it's not even going to show.
Yeah, I think so. It's great because this operation is great because we get to do it within the lines of your skin. You still do have a little bit of glue right over the wound itself, and I think that it might be reasonable for you to put maybe a silicone patch on it now. I think we have some of those upstairs. I think Dr. Rizvi uses them, one of our plastic surgeons, and so just to have an optimal wound, and I would encourage you to keep it out of the sun for a year because it tends to atrophy. And I don't think that, my guess is nobody will ever meet you for the first time or see you and notice that you had an incision in your neck that's noticeable.
I have a lot of people, when they ask me how far out of post-op I am, they're surprised that I came back, and they're like, "Who's your surgeon? I want to meet him."
If
I'm gonna have any kind of surgery, I'm gonna go to your surgeon. So I
appreciate that, but I don't know that there's really much special about it. I think this is just this is a procedure that can be done as an outpatient. Unfortunately, we had somebody this week that was very anxious about it and decided he didn't want us to have a surgery done as an outpatient. And even with encouragement, and even after talking to you, he didn't. And so there's still a little bit of education.
I felt great. I went home that same day and made soup. I cooked.
Great.
I just carried on like normal.
Yeah, cool, great, awesome.
Thank you.